Hey, happy Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in for Wellness Wednesday today. Hope you're having a great week and ramping up for the holidays. So let's get this going. I know everyone's busy, but I had some great feedback from the measurement of leadership post I put out the other day, and what stands out the most, and I don't know if it's really a surprise to me, is the negative experiences that people have had, with their supervisors or their boss when they receive their coaching. I'm not going to get into specific examples, especially from the ones who messaged me directly, but the focus was mainly negative and really dug into what didn't happen during the coaching or topics that weren't discussed. And I tell you that we've all been on the wrong end of one of these scenarios, and it almost feels like there's an agenda, from the other side, right? And people are not machines. We're all wired differently. People get tired. There's outside influences that that we're not aware of, when we're handling our coaching sessions, right? And coaching is an ongoing dialogue, right? It's a conversation that continues to evolve, week after week, or if it's bi-weekly, or when you're having your monthly reviews. But in my experience, if you treat people with respect, good things happen. And I'm not saying that there's not difficult conversations that happen, but it's how you approach them, right? And if you approach them with respect and allow for feedback from the other side, from the coachee, then what else can you expect, eh? And I'm sure a few of you have been asked this before, but you know, what's the end result when you ask someone, "Do you like your job?" Or if that's asked to you, that is not the to have a coaching session end on a positive note or expect it to be positive when that is the type of question that is asked. It's going to be a long conversation, or it's going to be a quick one, depending on the reaction. So, I liken this to coaching athletes, and if you harp on a player over and over again on the field, what do you expect is going to happen? The person's going to, you know, different people react differently, but odds are the end result's going to be negative. But different people react to different approaches. Example, my coach in college, was pretty stern and upfront, when I messed up, and it drove me to perform better. It would piss me off, but it would motivate me, right? And I knew what my coach's intentions were, so it didn't bother me personally. I knew what he was trying to do, and he knew, to get through to me, that's how he had to, act. And we would discuss what our plan was to improve. We'd move forward, and then we'd circle back next practice, to focus on the task at hand, and just continually try to get better. And even the best need help. There's no doubt about that. I remember, one of my first assignments, managing a team. They all had plenty of experience, more experience than I did, and more years under their belt than I did. And what knowledge can I pass on, realistically, that they don't already know, with me coming into a situation brand new. They're far more educated on the subject at hand. So, I was limited to the product knowledge I had, or the process, the process specific information that I could assist with. Um, you know, I could listen, I could learn from their feedback, and because of that, it builds trust. And I'm not going to go in there gangbusters and hammer fists on the desk and ask for the moon, right? But I want to know who they are as a person, as an employee. I want their feedback, good or bad. How things are going in their current role. Where they stand in accordance to their results or their targets, and from there, we can develop that conversation, and we can remove any barriers that are in the way, to assist in becoming a high performing team. And then going back to the athlete piece, you think Aaron Judge, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper. Do you think any of these guys really need coaching? Realistically, they don't. These guys are the top of the food chain. Um, they are the best of the best. And what's a coach or a manager going to tell them that they already don't know? Odds are, the conversation is going to be. Just that. It's going to be a conversation. It's not going to be coaching. It's not going to be nitpicking. It's just going to be two guys talking, on the field. It's going to be mindset. It's going to be your approach at the plate or on the field. Maybe a minor adjustment mechanically, but in the end, it's open and transparent talk, that builds that bond, right? And again, going back to what I said before, some people need a different approach. Others just need a conversation. All in all, the result is getting better, and it's not belittling the person that you're talking to. And a coach or a mentor on the field, just as in the office, it comes down to communication and how effectively you deliver that message. Some are better than others, but a fluid, open-ended conversation where both sides ask for feedback is all you can ask for, and that's what leads to people, your team, yourself becoming better. Not just as a professional, but as a person when it comes to navigating through those conversations that are easy, but also those ones that you're more sensitive in nature. So, on that note, hope you all have a excellent rest of your week. Enjoy the holiday season with friends and family, and we'll talk to you all next week on Wellness Wednesday. Bye, guys.